I'm Clint Hardin, and this is my God story. I'm a journalism major at Wichita State, print journalism, the dying industry of America, of newspapers, and I quit a steady job, a job that provided a paycheck, and a job that I had held for 3 years to go work at a camp called Youth Front, about an hour south of Kansas City in the hills of Kansas. It was a summer job. I worked with high schoolers all summer and middle schoolers, and it was great. It was so I can't even put into words how incredible this experience was at that camp. But when it was over, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any sort of income, any sort of paycheck, any sort of way to pay the bills, to the point where there would be times when I would be talking to somebody about it, and I would just cry that I just didn't feel God close to me. I just didn't feel like God was anywhere near me. I didn't feel like He was hearing my prayers. And I realized that this is God testing me. This is God saying, you say that you praise me in the storm, then do it. Praise me in the storm and show me that you're here for me. A big moment of encouragement came when a friend of mine texted me one day. He's from Boston, and he didn't even really know what was going on with me at the time, but he texted me, and to paraphrase the verse, I'm not sure what verse it was exactly, but he said, "The Lord blesses those who petition Him on a regular basis or consistent basis," or something like that. And I was like, okay, just keep up what you're doing as good as you can. I filled out probably 20 or 30 applications, just trying to find some sort of income. And finally, one day, one of my professors at Wichita State approached me and said, "Have you checked out the freelance work at catchitkansas.com, which is a website, a high school sports website run by KWCH Channel 12. I was like, okay, I'll check that out. I need something, anything. And so I applied, I submitted my resume, and got the job of a freelance work. And that still wasn't really much of a steady paycheck, but it still paid the bills for that time. And after about a month of doing that, I got a phone call from my boss or editor at Catch It Kansas, and he said that they had a position open up at KWCH Studios, and that he would love for me to apply and see if I would fit this position. And so I applied, I submitted my resume, I did all that stuff, and went through the interview process, and I got the job. And I love it. It's a great job. It's an unbelievable paycheck. It's great hours. It's great people and everything. And it's just really cool to see how God has blessed me by testing me. Because it's like for the longest time I always said, God, I'll praise you in the storm. I just don't see how people can turn your back on you, God. And He was like, really? Then do it. Praise me in the storm. And I did, and He has blessed me immensely because of it.